myself Dr. Singh, Professor Animal Husbandry and Dy.Dean, School of Agricultural Science, IIMT University, Meerut. Today we will discuss the aims of animal breeder and methods of animal breeding. There are two methods of animal breeding. First we will discuss aims of animal breeder. The major aim of animal breeder is to exploit the variability or variation exist in the population. Second aim is to improve the productive and reproductive efficiency of their animals. And the third aim is to improve the disease resistance of their animals. Now we will discuss the aims of cattle and buffalo breeder. The aims of cattle and buffalo breeders are: number one, to increase the productivity of their animals. Number two, to reduce the age at first calving of their animal. Number third, to reduce the age at maturity of their animal. What is the age of maturity? The age of a female at the time of first heat is known as age at maturity or age of maturity of a female, or age of a male at the time of first ejaculation of semen is known as age at maturity of a male. To improve the disease resistance of their animal. And fourth aim is to improve the breeding regularity. Fifth aim is to improve the productive life of the animal. And number six, to reduce the age at first calving. If age at first calving will be reduced, then productive life of an animal will be enhanced or will be increased. And number seventh aim of animal breeder is to reduce the dry period. Dear students, a complete lactation can be divided into two parts: lactation length and dry period. If dry period is short, then lactation length will be long. And if lactation length is long, then milk production of that particular lactation will be. What are the aims of goat breeder? The aim of goat breeder is to increase the growth rate of their animals. Number two, to reduce the age at first kidding of their goats. What do we mean by kidding? Act of giving birth to the offspring in case of goat is known as kidding, or act of parturition in goat is known as kidding. Number third aim is to improve the quality of meat. Next, to improve the milk production capacity of their goat. To improve the disease resistance of their goat. To improve the survivability of their animal in adverse climatic conditions. To improve the fecundity character of goat. What is fecundity character? To give multiple birth at a time is known as fecundity. So, goat breeder want to improve the fecundity character of their goats. What are the aims of sheep breeder? The aims of sheep breeder are: number one, to increase the growth rate of their sheep. To reduce the age at first lambing. What is lambing? Act of giving birth of the offspring in case of sheep is known as lambing, or act of parturition in sheep is known as lambing. Third objective or third aim of sheep breeder is to increase wool production of their sheep, to improve the quality of wool, to improve the quality of meat, to improve the disease resistance of their animal, to improve the survivability of their animal in adverse climatic conditions, or to improve the fecundity characters of the sheep. What are the aims of poultry breeder? The aims of poultry breeder are: number one, hen start laying as early as possible. Number two is to reduce mortality of their poultry, to increase the disease resistance in their poultry, to improve the chicken quality, to increase the egg production of their poultry, to increase the size of egg. Now we will discuss methods of animal breeding. There are two methods of animal breeding. Number one, natural breeding. Number two, artificial breeding or artificial insemination. What is natural breeding? What is the definition of natural breeding? The direct service of a bull to a cow during her heat period is known as natural service. For this example, here bull is giving the direct service to a cow, and this act is known as natural breeding. What are the merits of natural breeding? Number one, by this method, heat detection of female become easy, because during heat, the female produce pheromone hormone from the outer part of their reproductive organ, that is known as vulva. Vulva secrete pheromone hormone, and male pick this pheromone hormone, and by picking or by smell of the pheromone hormone, bull can identify the animal which are in heat or which is in heat. The chance of conception in case of natural breeding is more. Number third merit is female feel satisfaction, or female feels more satisfaction in natural service. What are the demerits of natural breeding? This method is more expensive because we have to maintain bull for a natural service. Number two is one bull can cover 50 to 60 female in a whole year. Number third, more bulls will be required for natural service. This method is risky in case variation in weight or size between male and female. Number fifth is risk of spread of genital disease are increased in case of natural service. Second method of animal breeding is artificial breeding or artificial insemination. What is artificial insemination? How it can be defined? The deposition of semen into female reproductive tract by mechanical means rather than natural service at proper time and proper place is known as artificial insemination. Or in another word, you can say deposition of semen into female reproductive tract by insemination gun at proper time and proper place is known as artificial insemination. What is the proper place of deposition of semen? The proper place for deposition of semen is mid part of cervix. What is the proper time of insemination? The proper time of insemination is during mid heat or up 12 hours after onset of heat. The heat period in case of cow is 18 to 24 hours, and in case of buffalo it is 30 to 36 hours. Here this picture is showing this technique of artificial insemination. Here this is the reproductive system of a cow, and this is a rectum of cow. Then inseminator put his left hand in the rectum and by the hand feel reproductive system, then catch this part of reproductive system. This is known as cervix, and this part is made up of hard layers. Hence this part is hardy, and we can identify by touching whether this is cervix. Then by the right hand, insert insemination gun into vagina of the female and insert it into cervix, and this is cervix. Then put this insemination gun into cervix and deposit semen here. This is the mid part of cervix. So this is the proper place of deposition of semen. In case of natural breeding, bull deposit the semen in the mouth of cervix, in the first opening of cervix. But in case of artificial semen, semen has to be deposited in the mid part of cervix. This picture is also showing the artificial insemination. Here, this is somewhat clear. This is the left hand of inseminator. Put it into rectum. This is the rectum. This is the rectum of the animal, and he put in hand in rectum and then catch this part. This is cervix, and this part is situated between vagina and uterus. Then he has insert the insemination gun. He has insert the insemination gun into cervix. This is the proper placement of insemination gun, and in mid cervix deposit the semen. These are the uterine horn, and these are the ovary of female reproductive system. Now we will discuss the brief history of artificial insemination. In year 1322, first time Arab chieftain used artificial insemination from a prized stallion of the enemy to impregnate his mare. In year 1770, Hunter did successful AI in women. In 1784, L. Spallanzani, an Italian scientist, did experiment of AI in bitches. Again in year 1876, Clovis used this technique in dogs. In year 1890, Ropicute, Francis veterinarian, used this technique in mare. From 1899 to 1922, in Russia, E.I. Ivanov gets very good result of artificial insemination in farm animal or in cattle and buffaloes. In year 1939, Dr. Sampath Kumaran employed this method at Palace Dairy Farm, Mysore in India first time. When AI started in India first time, the AI was started first time in India in 1939, and Dr. Sampath Kumaran did AI in cattle first time in India. In year 1942, Dr. P. Bhattacharya started artificial insemination at IVRI Izzatnagar. During 1945 to 46, an AI center was started at UP government at Bharari Farm in Jhansi district, Uttar Pradesh. During 1949 to 50, 3 AI centers were started in Meerut, Gazipur and Devariya district of UP. During 1951 to 52, 14 AI centers were started in UP under Key Village scheme. At present, so many AI centers are working successfully all over India. Or you can say at present time, AI is practiced throughout the country. steps involved in artificial insemination. There are 5 steps are involved in artificial insemination techniques. Number 1, collection of semen of a bull by artificial means. The semen from bull, the best method for collection of a bull artificially is by artificial vagina method. And in case of injured bull, the semen can be collected by electric ejaculator or by the use of electric ejaculator. So first we collect the semen from bull through artificial vagina method. Then examination of semen quality. Just after collection of semen, we examine the quality of semen. For example, motility of semen, dead and live spermatozoa of the semen, normal and abnormal spermatozoa of semen, and sperm concentration of the semen. After that, we go for dilution of the semen. We dilute the semen with the help of diluter in the ratio of 1:10. 1 part semen and 10 part semen diluter. Then we freeze, we fill this diluted semen into semen straw and then freeze this semen in liquid nitrogen. Then frozen semen is used for artificial insemination. What are the aim of artificial insemination? Or you can say, what is the major aim of artificial insemination? The major aim of artificial insemination is to provide the service of superior sire to the maximum cows and buffalo to bring the quick or very fast improvement in milk production. Or simple word, you can say the service of a superior bull can be increased, or by the maximum number of buffalo and cows can be inseminated by a single bull through artificial insemination. Because in case of natural service, one bull can cover 50 to 60 female in a year, whereas through artificial insemination, a bull can cover 10,000 female in a year. It means the service of a bull can increase 200 times by artificial insemination. So, the major aim of artificial insemination is to increase the service of a superior bull. Merits of artificial insemination. Number 1, service of superior sire can be increased. Through artificial insemination, one bull can inseminate up to 10,000 cow in a year or 10,000 buffalo in a year, in comparison of 50 to 60 cow or buffalo per bull in a year through natural service. So we can say that service of a superior bull can be increased 200 times by using artificial insemination technique. There is no risk in case of different size or weight of a male and female. If the weight of a male and female is different, then through artificial insemination we can inseminate a cow without any problem. Where in case of natural service, if female is lower weight and bull is heavy weight, there is a risk of injury during natural service. The male and female located at different place can be bred easily through this technique. Suppose a good quality male is located for away place and we want to inseminate our female animal by the semen of that cow, then semen of that bull can bring easily by vehicle or by any transport, and we can inseminate our cow by the semen of that bull. So you can say, if male and female are located at different places, can be bred easily through this technique. Semen for AI can brought from other countries easily by air, whereas bring a bull for natural service is not so easy. No need to keep bull. In case of artificial insemination, we not need to keep a bull. The cost of bull rearing can be saved. Injured or handicapped bull can be used for service through artificial insemination. कई दफ़े बुल के पीछे के पैर में इंजरी हो जाती है तो नेचुरल सर्विस के लिए माउंट नहीं कर पाता, तो उससे नेचुरल सर्विस नहीं हो पाती. इन सच केस the semen of such handicapped bull can be collected through electric ejaculator method, and this semen can be used for inseminate the female through artificial insemination. Hence, you can say injured or handicapped bull can be used for service through artificial insemination. There is no risk of spread of genital disease among animals through service, because every bull selected for insemination will be checked properly for all the diseases. If bull is free from disease, then the bull can be used for service purpose. It is easy to maintain the breeding record of the animal. AI is cheaper than natural service. What are the demerits of artificial insemination? The trained inseminator are required. Number 2, female does not feel satisfied. Number 3, sometimes it is difficult to control the animal. Number 4, genetic defect may be transmitted quickly if selection of a bull is not perfect. Suggestion for improvement in artificial insemination. Number 1, nondescript bull should be castrated so that use of artificial insemination technique can be increased. Number 2, quality of semen should be tested before use or before AI. Number 3 is AI should be done during mid-heat. AI should be done during mid-heat or twice in 10 to 12 hour interval. और या अगर आपको हीट का सही पता नहीं है तो 10 या से 12 घंटे के इंटरवल पर 2 बार हम फीमेल को इंसेमिनेट कर सकते हैं. Important point regarding artificial insemination. The amount of semen ejaculated in single ejaculation by crossbred bull is 5 to 10 ml or average 8 ml semen per ejaculation. In case of indigenous bull, it is 4 to 8 ml or average 5 ml semen per ejaculation. In buffalo bull, the bull ejaculates 2 to 5 ml or average 3 ml semen in a single ejaculation. Sperm concentration in fresh semen of buffalo bull is 1000 million or 100 crore per ml. In case of cow bull, sperm concentration is 1200 million or 120 crore per ml of semen. The single dose of semen for artificial insemination should contain 20 million or 2 crore sperms. Quality of liquid semen quantity of liquid semen in single dose for AI is 1 ml, whereas quantity of freezing semen in a single dose is 0.25 ml. Friends, at present, sex-sorted semen or sex semen are being used. Really, are we prepared to use sex semen under field condition? There are so many questions. Number one, conception rate with sex semen is very poor. Number two, the conception rates with sex semen reported in literature are mainly based on heapers. Number third, mostly fixed time insemination is practiced with sexed semen. This will add further cost of farmers. In India, lay inseminator perform artificial insemination, and deep cornual insemination may be a difficult process for them, because in case of artificial insemination, the semen is deposited between mid part of the cervix. But in case of sex semen, AI with sex semen is deposited into a hole and pass the insemination gun by a lay inseminator is very difficult. The most important point is, already we are in sort of quality breeding bulls. If majority of farmers go for female, where from future breeding bull will come. सेक्स सीमन का यही है कि हम फीमेल प्रोडक्शन के लिए हम सेक्स सॉर्टेड सीमन तैयार करते हैं, और हर एक फार्मर यही चाहेगा कि उसके यहाँ फीमेल पैदा हो ताकि उससे वो मिल्क प्रोडक्शन ले। और जब मेल पैदा ही नहीं होंगे तो ये अच्छे बुल कहाँ से आएंगे? तो ये भी एक सेक्स सीमन के साथ में बहुत बड़ी समस्या है।